So welcome everybody to Climate Emergency Garden. We're here every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and each week there's opportunity to add to the garden with the climate emergency posters that are no more than United Nations declarations to keep oil and gas in the ground, to act with hope and urgency, and for carbon neutrality now. We have this week to talk from Unite Community, the campaign Energy for All, and I'll make no more comments and pass over to Peter Spillane, who is the Secretary of the Bradford Group of Unite the Union Community Branch.
Hiya.
Thank you.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm a member of our Bradford Unite Community Bradford Branch. We are running a campaign to make energy cheaper for people.
Yay!
Woo.
We have 5 demands. We want a free allowance of energy for every household to meet its basic needs. A free allowance of energy. We want fairer energy prices, and we want energy justice, because at the moment people who haven't got very much money are paying the highest prices for the energy, and of course that's all wrong. We also want to end the forced imposition of prepayment meters, which again makes it very, very expensive for people to get their energy and pay for it. And then we want a worker-led transition to a carbon neutral energy mix. And then finally, this is what we're about today, we want the nationalisation of our energy industry. We want energy companies nationalised. We want energy to be owned and controlled by the public in the interests of the public. Why are we asking for nationalisation? Well, the first thing is the big energy companies are ripping us off. It's been estimated by the Treasury that some, I think it's £177 billion in 2023 was made by energy companies in excess profits. Not only were they making what you might call standard profits, they were making another £177 billion. And we had to pay that money. We are paying through the nose. Energy companies are taking subsidies, they're taking grants, and they're arguing that they use what they're given to develop renewable energy. It's an absolute lie. It's greenwashing. They are not. And in fact, what they are doing now is going back on the goals that they set themselves a few years ago, and they are moving back into fossil fuels. They are arguing that that's where the profit is to be made, and that they are basically out for profit, which they are, and they are doing this with no regard for our planet and what's ultimately going to happen. The other problem with having a privatised energy industry is that our country hasn't got the structure to actually deliver it while it's in private hands. Our national grid, for instance, can't handle the amount of renewable energy which we need to produce to deal with our needs. So we need to take back the national grid, as well as the energy companies, into public ownership.